Welcome to EasyEuge, the channel to help you to learn maths super easy, super fast. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to find a percentage of a number and how to calculate the percentage of any quantity. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click like on this video, and make sure that you watch all the way through to the end for question of the day. Welcome to finding a percentage of a number. Let's start with question 1, which is what is 10% of £40? So there's many ways to do this, and I'm going to show you all of them. 10% means 10%, which is 10 over 100. And of simply means multiply. And £40 is simply 40 divided by 1. So this is starting to look like a multiplication of fractions. So this is the first way that we're going to do it. So it's 10%, which is 10 over 100, of or multiply £40. 40 over 1. Anything divided by 1, as you know, is still the same number. So let's go straight ahead and multiply this out. Let's multiply the two top numbers. 10 by 40 is 400. And 100 by 1 is 100. So 400 divided by 100 is simply 4. And the unit was pounds. So 10% of £40 is £4. So if you were to be asked what is 10% as a discount of £40, you would simply take that £4 away from 40, and the answer would be £36. So this is called the fraction form. So we solve this using fractions. Let me show you another way of doing it, the second way. 10% as a decimal is 0.10. Of means multiply, and £40 is very simply £40. So what you would do is you would take this and punch it into your calculator as 0.1 multiplied by 40 and press equals, and the answer would come out as 4, and the unit is pounds. So this is called the decimal form, and this is very handy when you have complicated percentages, like if that was 11%, it would be handier to put it through the calculator as 0.11 multiplied by 40. So the decimal form can be very handy when the percentages are tricky. And look, both answers are exactly the same, so we can choose to use fraction form or decimal form. Let's move on to a more tricky example. What is 40% of 50 kilograms? So we can see the percentage has changed and the unit has changed. So it doesn't really matter what this is. If this is kilometers, kilograms, pounds, meters, it doesn't really matter. The solution is going to be the same. So before we start, remember we started with 10% on the last example. So why don't you ask yourself the question, what is 10%? So what is 10% of 50 kilograms? Well, it's simply a tenth of 50 kilograms, or 50 divided by 10. So 10% would be 5 kilograms. So if 10% is 5 kilograms, 40% is 4 of those tens. So 40% then is 4 of those 10%, which is 4 of those 5 kilograms, which is 20 kilograms. Now this is a really handy example whenever you have percentages that are multiples of 10. Work out what 10% is and simply multiply it by another number. So in this case it was by 4. So let me show you the fraction form and the decimal form again. So the fraction form of 40% would be 40 per 100. Off means multiply. 50 kilograms is simply 50 over 1. Let's multiply this out. 40 by 50. Gosh, that's very big. Can we simplify any fractions before we proceed? And I have a great video on my YouTube channel called Simplifying Fractions to help you make working with fractions easier. But in short, whatever you do to the top number, you have to do to the bottom number when you're simplifying. So I'm going to divide 40 by 10, and that becomes 4. I'm going to divide the bottom number 100 by 10. So 100 divided by 10 is 10. So 40 over 100 is the same as 4 over 10. And I'm going to multiply that by 50 over 1. I can't simplify this anymore. And let's go to multiplying out these fractions. So you multiply the two top numbers. 4 by 50 is 200. 10 by 1 is 10. So what is 200 over 10? 200 divided by 10 is 20. And the units are kilograms. So the answer is 20 kgs, 20 kilograms. And look, both answers are the same. So that's really great because the fraction form works as well as this quick form I showed you up here. And finally, let's work out the decimal form. So 40% is 0.40. So this is very handy when you're putting it into your calculator. 0.40 multiplied by 50 kilograms equals, if you punch that into your calculator as 0.4 multiplied by 50, press your equal sign, you will get 20. And the units are kilograms, and look, both answers are again the same. So all the answers are 20 kilograms. So there's lots of ways to find a percentage of a number. The next example is, what is 25% of 60 meters? So the percentage has changed and the units have changed on this one. So remember we spoke about what is 10%. Let's try that again. So what is 10% of that 60? So it's 60 divided by 10. So the answer is 6 meters. And we have 25%. So that is 2 tens and a 5. That is 2.5 times 10. So then 25% would be 6 meters, that's 10%, plus another 6 meters, that's 10%, plus another 3 meters, that's 5%. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15 meters. So we think that's correct. Let me show you another way. 25 is divisible into 100. Okay, so 100% of 60 meters is 60 meters. Yeah, 100% is 60 meters. What would 50% be? What would half of that be? So that would be 60 meters divided by 2. So 50% actually is 30 meters. So what would 25% be? Well, wouldn't that be half of the 50% again? So what's half of 30 meters? It's 15. We have just worked it out again as 15. This method gave us 15, and this method gave us 15. So both answers are the same. Now let's also do this fraction form idea. So let's take 25% as a fraction, which is 25 over 100. Off means multiply. 60 meters is 60 over 1. And what does that equal? I don't fancy multiplying 25 by 60. So I'd like to simplify this fraction. So 25 over 100 can be simplified as 1 over 4. So that's 25 divided by 25 on top. That gives us the 1. 100 divided by 25 on the bottom. That gives us 4. So this fraction is the same as this fraction. And then we multiply by 60 over 1, multiply it all out. 1 by 60 is 60, 4 by 1 is 4, 60 divided by 4 is 15 meters. And gosh, we have another answer that's 15 meters. And finally, let me show you another way. This is the decimal way. 25% as a decimal is 0.25. Off means multiply. 60 meters is simply 60 meters. This is very handy for putting into your calculator. So type in 0.25 multiplied by 60, press equals, and the answer will come out as 15 m, because that's the units. And look, again for the fourth time we have 15 meters as the answer. So there's lots of ways to find a percentage of a number. And the final question in this video is, a car dealer buys a car at a cost of £8,000. So there's the first piece of information that we have, and plans to sell it for a 20% profit. That is with 20% added to the cost price. What will the sale price of the car be? So that would be the cost price plus 20%. So let's write down the information that we have just now. We know the cost of the car is 8,000. And the car dealer wants to add on 20% and sell it. So that 8,000, that is 100% of the cost. And the car dealer wants to add on 20% onto that. That's the profit. So we are wanting to work out what is 120% of the cost price. So therefore the question is, what is 120% of 8,000? So remember from the previous examples, to convert the percentage into a decimal, divide by 100. So that is 1.20 multiplied by 8,000. And if you put that into your calculator as 1.2 multiplied by 8,000 and press equals, your answer will be 9,600. So that is the sale price of the car, which is the cost price plus the 20%. So to add percentages on to something, you can multiply it by 1 point something. So to add on 10% to something, you would multiply by 1.1. To add on 20%, you would multiply by 1.2. Okay, there's another way to work this out. Let's have a look at the cost again. The cost is 8,000. I want to show you this example as well. So we would use this if you weren't allowed to use a calculator. So let's work out what is 10%. Remember we did this earlier. What is 10% of 8,000? So that would be 8,000 divided by 10. And that is 800. So 20% would be 2 of those 10%. So 20% would be 1,600. So that's what the 20% is, and you would simply add the 20% onto the cost price. So now we have an addition question, so that's £8,000, add on the 20%, which is 1,600, and this all adds up to 9,600. So the two answers are the same. So again, we worked out the solution very handily with the decimal method, the decimal form, and we also worked this one out using our trick of finding what 10% is. That helped us to work out the 20%, and we added the 1,600 onto the 8,000. Welcome to question of the day. What is 30% of £50? pounds. So remember to use what you've learned in the video to work out the answer. So when you get your answer, leave it in the comments of the video. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully you've learned something new in this video or helped you to work with percentages. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.